Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today, we return to the wondrous, dangerous, and mysterious world of CleanFall, a wildly unique and brilliant survival roguelite that we've been playing right here on the channel since the demo. And my friends, I'm excited to announce an early access release party of this high-quality title right here today. So as we're going about the video, if you like what you're seeing and you want to get a copy of this game for yourself, you can certainly do so. It releases to early access on the 8th of August, so very, very soon. So I'm really excited to hop on in and explore what's new. I've heard there's new weapons, new enemies, new bosses, and even a new ship building mechanic, which I'm really excited to explore here today. So without further ado, let's hop on in, smash the like button, and become a subscriber if you are new here. You can also become a member as well. Thank you so much. Now let's rock and roll. Alright, so the train will drop us off at the station here, and the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you get the appropriate loadout. So there are 3 options, and these options actually did change when compared to the demo. So let's press E right here, and let's see our starter kit. So we have plus 15% consumable damage, plus 8% drone duration, plus 9 drones. Wow, you start with 9 drones. Plus 1 jetpack, so there's a jetpack in this. And improved wall jumps. Minus 20 max energy is the debuff, right? So usually with a buff, there is a debuff in this game, as you will notice. Next up, we have plus 20% turret damage, plus 2 gun turrets, plus 3 walls, plus 3 plant thrusters. Vacuum is better at pushing structures, minus 15% weapon attack speed. So this kind of seems to be like a ship building starting kit. And then last, we have plus 45 energy recharge, plus 30% weapon damage, 1 battery gun, 1 armor, weapons have flashlights, minus 15% drone duration. So this is more of your like assault, right? Like if you wanted to kind of take the fight for yourself with weaponry, this is probably what you'd want to go with. If you wanted to go in on drones, you'd probably go with the first option. I think we're going to do this one first, and then I do want to screw around with the shipbuilding mechanics. Maybe we can get a couple of runs out of this video here. Let's go. So let's move on. We got to jump into the chasm. And it looks like we have to reach 2,000 depth. And I'm not sure what happens once that happens, but you know, in the demo, you had to get certain thresholds and then things would be added to the central hub here. So we'll certainly see. We'll definitely see. And then another cool thing that was added is the little map right here, right? So you start at the surface level. This is the Huft biome. Then you go down into the red world, right? It looks like all of this is new. Like this would be new charted territory to me. I think I've been down to this plane before, but it appears like all of this is new, right? And then I'm not sure what this is either. So really excited to explore this game more, man. This game's awesome. So let's go. Into the chasm we go. Let's get the new world generated here. And preparing the night monsters. I don't know if you caught that, but creating a concerning number of centipedes, also hilarious and terrifying. But yeah, creating the night monsters, right? So in this game, if you are unfamiliar, nighttime is a pretty terrifying time because you get absolutely swarmed. But we'll focus on that when we get there. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm going either east or west, in this case west, and we're looking for materials, right? So I do have a battery gun. That's this right here, okay? It's a little pulse, not bad. But let's look for flora, let's look for animals. Let's seek minerals like this right here. So this is very, very good. And we can then turn these into purchases, right? So you need beast fiber, and then you need the ores. Those are the 2 main currencies, I guess you could call it. We got some bullet rocks there, so we can throw those at our opposition. But those are the 2 main currencies. This beast fiber and these ores. And we can turn those into weaponry, we can turn them into upgrades and things at the vending machines that we'll find scattered throughout the world, which is pretty cool. I think for today's video, we're just going to try to get as deep as possible to explore as much new content as possible. Okay, nice. So we found one of these. This will actually increase my max energy. Looks like it increases difficulty now too, really. Okay, so there's some monster fiber. Cost 3 ore too. I mean, let's do it. Plus 25 energy regen, so our energy's right over here. And energy is consumed when you use your weapon, right? So it effectively gives you more access to your weapons. And it looks like I also have this little pop rock or whatever you want to call it. What's it called in this one again? It's called a bullet rock, okay? So I've got that on the R key, which I think it's a nice little hotkey for a quick weapon. We have a plant thruster. I don't know what that is. I think it might be for shipbuilding. So let's purchase one. Why not? And that's my 3 monster fibers, so let's go find some more. You can typically get it by killing enemies. We'll see. Okay, here's a little dragonfly. He's going to find out. If we can get around, of course. Alright, very nice. So we have vending machines all over. We can get turrets from these. We'll certainly want turrets, but we don't have the currency for it. Here is a pod. These are useful. We have a swarm worm gun, which I can afford. Actually, no, never mind. Sorry, I don't have any beast fiber. Let's get these frogmen. These guys are actually pretty funny. I think sometimes they kind of work for ya. And from what I understand, and this is just from seeing a little clip on Steam, but you can, like, take these orbs, which I don't think they do anything. They just kind of sit there. I think maybe we can attack them. Yeah, so we can attack them. Cool. But you can, like, add a thruster to it, add some walls and some turrets to it, and create, like, your own little ship. So I think, first and foremost, let's try to make ourselves as formidable as possible with just normal weaponry. And then maybe in another run, we can definitely try building a ship. I guess I don't know what the value is of building a ship in the very first portion of the game, and if you can transport the ship, right? There's just a lot of unknown yet, but we can certainly explore that later. So let's transition down to another level, and we found some more ore up here. This is a good find. This is definitely what you want to see. So let's let our little Pathfinder reset. Let's carve up in there, and let's get that ore. Looks like we have another one of those shrines over here, too. And then a treasure chest, of course, as well. Okay, so this actually isn't a shrine. This is a bee carrying, like, poison. So we gotta watch out for these guys. These guys are annoying. They're very fast as well. Yeah, so that poison sac. Gotta watch out for that. You don't want to take a hit. Now, since I start with the armor, right? If I take a hit, it's going to compromise my armor. But this is our lives right here, and each hit will consume a life. So you want to be careful. We actually got another plant thruster. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. What's this guy? It's like a little drone shooter. Little mushroom shooter guy. Interesting. That's definitely a new enemy. Alright, nice. Getting some monster fiber. This is good. We got some light bulbs. Also good. So let's see. Is there anything of interest? It doesn't really look like it. There's a vending machine up there. What's it got? Hard to see. Flashlight is useful. Otherwise, this game gets very, very dark. Like, it can certainly get dark. And challenging, of course, because you can't see. Let's see. I believe this is like a little dragon hive. Oh, yeah. There he is. That appears to be a new enemy there. I've never understood if these things are friendly or foe. They kind of seem neutral. I know that they will eat the other monsters, including the creeps that come during the night, right? It's actually... I've had a few runs where I kind of posted it up at night around one of those dragons, and he helped me out big time. Okay, watch out for that explosion. But let's definitely collect this pod. I think these pods are very, very good. Very useful. We also get some useful monster fiber there from that little flying insect that, you know, frankly found out. Alright, good deal. Let's keep going. Alright, gotta watch out for these guys. These guys will drop, like, quills and other items that can be thrown. So that's useful. And also monster fiber. So I do think we certainly want a different weapon, right? The battery gun is okay. But we definitely want a different weapon, and this is kind of a dangerous spot, given they spawn from right there. But now I do have the powerful quill. That's this little thing on the R key right now. And those are actually pretty strong. So let's see if maybe I can kill this guy. Get a nanite egg. Okay, so I think that helps you sort of mine. Trying to recall all the stuff that was in the demo. And it seems like this game has come a long way. It just seems like there's more enemies on the field. There's more things to interact with and explore. There's more things to find. I'm seeing new enemies. I'm seeing new weapons. A melee drone swarm for 1 beast fiber. We're not really spec to drones. I want to save my resources, I think, for a new weapon if we can find it. Now, I do know there's a shop down here eventually. Here's another treasure chest. A couple of them, actually. Nice. Alright, so landmines. Okay, so those are very, very powerful. When used properly, of course. We got +1 life. Okay, so that's a great find. Absolutely. And we are on a time clock of a sort. And it's going to start ticking down, and eventually it's going to get to nighttime. And then midnight is when the creeps come out. So we've got some more bullet rocks. That's a good find. So let's carve down here and let's see what's going on. Another treasure chest. Very good find. Monster fiber, we got these little light bulbs. And then more pods. How about this? Nice little cache of ore. That's a good find as well. And a treasure chest. Not sure what these guys do. They don't attack you. A flame turret. Okay, so that's a good find. In fact, let's go up here and grab this too. Inventory is full. Okay, so I wonder what that is then. And I do like how the game pauses when you're in the menu as well. I think that's a sensible change. Oh, let's see. Is there anything I can just offload quick to explore what this is? Let's see. I don't really want to get rid of any of my turrets. They love to eat dirt. The nanite egg. That can help us in the huft biome. So maybe I'm good. Maybe I'm good. Might not be anything of real use or importance anyways. Alright, gotta be careful with these guys because they do, like, blink at you. That's right, get wrecked, man. Alright, so what's this? This is a smart gun. Okay. I think so. I think we'll go with the smart gun. Sounds like the smart choice. Alright, so let's offload something then. What do I have? So I've got 10 of these bullet rocks. Should certainly keep them. I mean, they're useful. We have these drones. I mean, they're useful as well. Let's see. Quills, pods. We got drones. Maybe I should use the drone. Let's get them out. Let's buy the smart gun. Alright, so the smart gun. What does this do for me? Okay. So it spawns these little guys. We'll have to see what they do. I'm still not certain what it's doing. Alright, well, we should probably learn a little bit more about that. If we're going to use it as a reliable weapon in battle, I suppose. Let's see, so what does this thing actually do, this smart gun? Oh, it just kind of like locks onto the enemy, maybe? It's not doing any damage to this guy, though. Okay, well, that's interesting. How about this? This guy will give me an upgrade. Very nice. This is a good find. Well, he'll give me an upgrade for a debuff. Forming out of the darkness like a specter, the metal maid watches a figure opposite the flame, rifle in hand, his eye fierce, betraying what anger stirs within. The man stands with the muzzle leveled at the metal maid. He sits slowly, keeping his weapon trained on her. Man forged a machine that would sow his obsolescence. Like all aberrant endeavors, it masqueraded as an angel of light, promising hope, untold pleasure, power. But it was a harbinger. We were the progenitors seeding it. We fed it, we nurtured it, and it devoured us. Are you listening, cleaning bot? You are the problem. The madman is the problem. The foul beasts roaming this forsaken hellscape are the problem. This man's eyes narrow. You stupid robot, you stupid imbecile thing, incalculable intelligence. Not a drop of wisdom. Sweat glistens on his forehead. You're jeopardizing everything. Not that there's much of anything, but even dogs will fight for the scraps. This is your last warning. We do not count to 3. With those parting words, the man rises and backs away, slowly disappearing into the blackness. But we do have an upgrade. So, mole mode, 20% base mining speed, so that's of course just mining through, right? But 30% slower Pathfinder cooldown, which is our, what's called an F tool. It's on the F key. We have Shadow Transistor. Every 100 meters of newly reached descent grants +2 energy recharge per minute. All structures lose 1% health for every 100 meters. Okay, so that'll make your towers a lot weaker once you get to the bottom, but you get more energy recharge per minute. I think it's pretty good. Biomining, your F tool now summons a torrent of acidic vomit. that chases your cursor. That tool uses 30% more energy. Let's go with Shadow Transistor. I'm okay with that. Energy regen is pretty important, and you're probably wondering, okay, so there's a bunch of stats that we have to be aware of. Yeah, you can always press escape, and it shows you right here kind of what you're doing, right? So 121 per minute is our energy recharge rate. And if we ever get a weapon that we really, really like, that costs a lot of energy, like a flamethrower or something, you're definitely going to want to make sure you have ample energy. Now it's midnight, so here we go. We're going to have to get ready to fight. Well, let's see. So do we throw down... Let's throw down a flame turret and get ready to fight. So you can see the ominous and creepy red eyes, right? Okay, so the smart gun seems to just, like, repel them. It's not doing any damage as far as I can observe. So let's use the flame turret as a little defense. The first night usually isn't the most threatening, although you can mess around and find out, of course, but we should be able to handle this with our battery gun, as long as I can keep the energy charged up. We're at about a quarter of energy left. The piercing effect of the battery gun, super, super useful. Alright, good job, guys. Flame turret, way to go. Looks like the flame turret's able to simply just hold the line, which is great. And I'm all out of energy. So I did take a hit, lost my armor. Not good. But I did free up some inventory space as a result of it. Can I take this with me, is the question. I don't think I can. There's some turrets that you can take with you, or some structures that once you place them, you can take them with. It doesn't look like the flame turret is one of those structures, though. Okay, so rip flame turret. Okay, so here's the huft biome. It looks like it's been kind of carved through. This is usually pretty hardy material that you can't just mine it normally, and we have the Guardian or whatever this guy is. It looks like he gets hit by the explosive poison. That's super useful, so let's go in on him with the quill. Let's light it up. Okay, that was a big hit. Let's throw a pod. Let's see if we can just melt him. Okay, so he melts. And what is this? A vine walker. Okay, so what's that? Hold shift to crawl, attaches to turrets and structures. Hold shift to crawl. So it can mobilize a turret or structure. That's the way I read that. Got a melee drone swarm. Okay, that might be useful. Let's try to kind of arrange the inventory. Looks like they also added a weapon wheel on tab as well. Okay. But we have some flame turrets here that we could purchase. Otherwise, this is what? The battery gun? Yeah, battery gun that we already have. Let's buy a few flame turrets. We've got plenty of monster fiber. So let's buy 4 of them. I want some gun turrets as well. Because you can actually combine turrets in this game too, which is pretty compelling. Right? Like, this game is working with a lot that I really do enjoy. And it's a unique gaming experience for sure. Alright, so these guys, you gotta watch out for the Guardians here, but sometimes you can get a useful... get a super, super useful generator and other just useful things. But of course, you can't mine it out conventionally, so you have to use these bullet rocks to do so. And then we want to get down into the heart, which is right there. Alright, we got a mini generator. Very, very good. Plus 25 energy regen. I mean, that's just excellent. Alright, so this guy doesn't like intruders. We're going to try to get on into the heart. Okay, never mind. So the battery gun can actually mine this out. I was not aware of that. I'm just watching that guy's eye. Once it turns red, it means he's targeting. Okay, so there goes the heart. And something drops. I forget what this is, actually. Let's see. Nanite egg. So watch this thing at work, right? I got a huffed plop. Okay, I'm unsure what that is. Let's see if we can, like, drone swarm them. Absolutely, get him. Nice job. Engineered to repulse bad intentions, flee, or let turrets do the talking. Okay, so the smart gun doesn't appear to do any damage. Okay, so gotta watch out for that guy. Okay, so we take him out. Very, very good. So what does the huff to plop do again? I think it gives you max energy. I'm pretty sure. Let's see, where is it? Huff to plop, right here. Max energy by 25. Absolutely terrific. Alright, so here's some useful ore, so let's mine this out. Got all kinds of activity going on up there, but let's explore this a little bit more. Looks like we have another Guardian. The Guardian, of course, does not know friend or foe. He goes for anything. Let's make sure this stays lit up, and gotta watch out for those laser dudes. Simply put, we gotta watch out. Alright, good deal. Looks like we got another dragon nest. Is the dragon home? Are you home, dragon? Doesn't look like it. Looks maybe like it's deserted. So these guys will hurt me. They're also pretty weak. So you can see where having good energy regen and max energy, for that matter, is a good idea. Do I want to offload this pod? Here's a gun turret, so this is a good find. Look at the dragon go, right? He carries him back. And we got these frogs. Man, the dragon is just feasting. Let's buy some gun turrets. Let's buy 4 of them. Dragon just feasting, man. Get him, dragon. Good job, dragon. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that monster fiber. I don't want to say the toads are... So, the toads actually will attack you, but you have to attack them first, I think, before they aggro to you. And they don't even necessarily aggro all that much. They kind of just hang out. What's this fuel cell do? Briefly increases energy regen. Okay, so if we're about to go into some kind of fights or something, maybe use the fuel cell. I think that's definitely an option. Now, I have all these quills. Do I like the quills, or do we like the light bulb? I think we need the light bulb. I've got plenty of weaponry. Weapon options, right? Bullet rocks, I think, are pretty darn good. Let's get this chest. What do we got? It's a melee drone swarm. Okay, so we got 5 of those. I mean, that's a pretty respectable stack of a pretty useful item. At least it was against those guardians, right? The laser shooting guy, that is. Alright, got some more monster fiber. Excellent. And then here's another one of these little orbs that we could build a ship out of if we like. Where's this, where's the shop, though? I think the shop's near here. Yeah, it's like 750. I do believe... Yeah, so here's the shop, okay? Except for this guy's gonna make my life difficult. But we got plenty of resources for the shop. So let's see if we can get on in there. Purchase something that's useful. I like how the enemies fight one another. It is pretty funny. That's right, get wrecked, man. Stop spawning these little dudes. Alright, flame turret 4. Just a couple of monster fiber. I don't mind if I do. We've got plenty of it. So let's buy a couple of these. And nice, man. The dragon is feasting still. Got a plant thruster. Okay, so that is our 3rd plant thruster. Can maybe build like a decent ship. Well, what do we have? So, looks like there's a bunch more options in the shop. So we have the flare lily. What is this guy doing in here, man? Get out of here. This is the shop. Looks like you can also re-roll the shop, too. Okay, so Flare Lily, probably a throwable. We got the Guardian Drone. We have the Vine Wake Boots. Remember, I think our drones are doing less damage, right? We have a Turret Lobber. We have a Flamethrower. Okay, so that would be a good one to get. We have a Drone Factory as well. Now, I don't have enough ore. Maybe we can find some ore locally. Could also re-roll the shop too, but I simply just need some ore. So here's a gun turret. There's another chest up here. Let's see if maybe I can grab this chest. Inventory's full. Okay, so that is a wall. Another useful component. Okay, so let's see. Let's offload something. Engineered to repulse bad intention. I'm just not sure what that means. You know what I mean? Not sure at all what that means. Vine Walker. Can I throw this out? Alright, so there's the wall. So we'll certainly take it. I think it's useful. And then for my turrets, let's stack these up as well. Alright, let's look for some ores. I need like, what was it, 3 more ores for that flamethrower. I think the flamethrower would be a pretty decent choice for a weapon, given our energy regen is high. So is our max energy. It looks like there's different types of these guys too. There used to just be the big one and the small one, but this guy looks a little more menacing. Man. Okay, so another one spawning. Let's see if maybe we can find some ore. Maybe I gotta go up for it, but it would be good to get some ore. So let's keep going. Let's head up. Got one of these guys. What is the cost for this gun turret? Is it ore? It is ore. Okay. Alright, it's nighttime. Could get some more energy regen, but again, that costs ore. Here's some ore right here. Beautiful. Good find. That's right, get wrecked, man. Get out of here with that weak stuff. Alright, so what is this, real quick? I don't think I've seen this symbol. Is that our attack drone? Swarm worm gun. Okay, well. So let's go ahead and combine a turret. We're going to have to post it up here. Alright, we got some big boys coming in, man. It's like too tight of quarters for me. I don't like this too much. Still hanging in there. You got to get the big boys. Alright, so it definitely took a hit there. So let's just bail. Let's go back down to the shop lair. Okay, let's just slow it down for a moment. Alright, it's the daytime at least. Alright, so I got out of there. I took a couple of hits, but I got out of there and made the impressive, like, minigun. Man, it's really easy to, like, just... I don't want to say panic, but it's really easy to just, like, feel compelled to bail, right? Like, just bail out. Just get out of there. Live to see another day. We do live to see another day, thankfully. And back into the shop, where we can secure a flamethrower, which is a truly useful weapon. It really is. Now, I did use all of my turrets. Well, most of them. I don't like that too much. But I think we do have the energy to support this. Otherwise, there is the turret lobber as well. Let's go with the flamethrower. And you'll have to check this out. So, flamethrower, behold. It's a strong option. So I could get some more flame turrets right here. I think I certainly will. Got plenty of this monster fiber stuff. Looks like it's all sold out. Yeah, watch out for that, man. That is an explosive poison. Like a little sack. That I'd rather avoid, if I'm being honest. Alright, can I find any more ore before we continue downward? Let's see. Here's some more of these bullet rocks. These are useful. That's right, get wrecked, man. You can see my energy bar over here. It does deplete pretty quickly. Let's keep going east. Can we find anything? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so no more ore. Here's a bulb turret, so this is actually a useful turret. And another mysterious vending machine option right here. So what is this? A venom pistol. It kind of sounds like it's right up my alley. Got some more bullet rocks. I mean, we're well equipped on those. Venom pistol, I need one additional ore for that. Fuel cell. I mean, it gives me temporary energy regen. Probably not the best. Vine Walker, still not really sure what that does. More energy regen can be had right here, but we need 4 ore, right? Flame's nice because it just kind of sticks around. I think I'm okay with just simply using this. And then grabbing this. It is another turret after all. Oh, whoops, I had it equipped. Didn't realize that. Well, that's alright. The bulb turret's going to be hanging out. Maybe we can try to claim it. But of course, as you would expect, the bulb turret shoots, right? Shoots at the enemy. Okay, it simply just destroys it. Does not allow me to secure it. Let's keep going south in search of ore. Maybe we just do it with the flamethrower. It's a pretty effective weapon. I do think we're going to start to get to the hard layer that you can't mine through conventionally. Yeah, we can't mine through that. So we got to go to the chasm and drop on into the red world, I do believe. That's where we're heading next. How about this? A nice little ore bonus. Got 4 of them. Great find. Now, do I spend this seeking turrets? I've got 4 flame turrets. That's about it. Or perhaps do we just try to be Rambo? I don't know what another gun is going to do for me. I think I need to save it for turrets. So we can probably find some down a little further. Let's see if we can. Let's take out these guys. That's right, just get it, man. Absolutely wrecked. And let's go. Let's hit the little hatch. Let's drop on into the red world. See what has changed with this. Whoa, there was something right there, man. I don't know if you saw that, but it was like orange. See if maybe I can get back up there. It's kind of like a one-way ticket. Okay, there's flame turrets. For just 2 monster fiber, I think I probably should purchase a few of them. Let's see what this is first, though. It's just a lot of new items that I'm not aware of, right? The flame turrets, of course, is an OG staple, but there's a bunch of new stuff that I'm really excited to figure out more about. That is a turret lobber, it does appear. It doesn't look like I'm gonna really be able to get there, unfortunately. I think that's a turret lobber. It's another form of weapon, which is a decent weapon. But we don't really need it. What is that? That's a landmine. Okay. That is a velocity blade. What is that? A pickaxe? Don't know what the pickaxe does at all. I guess it assists with mining in some way, shape, or form, but maybe that's worth getting. Unless you just completely screw up the jump. Yeah, I'm just going to move on. We're not going to backtrack. I'll stay close to the side in case there's anything else that pops out. Down into the creepy red world. Let's go. Alright, so, centipedes, creepy crawlies, all kinds of unsavory things down here. Excited to see what's new, of course. Like this guy right here. Super intense guy. Especially when he sees you. Nice, alright. So took him out. Definitely a tough customer when you're trying to navigate. Okay, we got these guys. If you open up a path for these guys, they come at you really, really aggressively. So let's try to avoid if possible. Okay, so this guy's going to try to spy me. Never mind, that guy takes him out. Okay, cool. Well, let's see if we can just kind of skirt on by. Just creepy eyeballs, got tentacles, and just all kinds of unsavory things. It looks like there's a treasure chest over here, okay? Let's try to secure this. +1 wall, okay, nice. That's a good find. Could always use those walls. We can build a defensive structure toward the bottom. Another wall. Okay, light bulb. Let's keep going. 1,500 feet and counting. Let's use the F tool. Oh no, nope. Okay, so that guy got me. Oh man. See, that's why you don't want to drop in too quickly. Okay, the centipede is exposed, and that's kind of scary, man. Let's see if we can just take him out. Alright, down he goes. Gotta be careful for these guys. They have long tentacles, and they'll grab you, as you just saw. Man, the red world, it got a lot creepier. Like, I didn't necessarily feel comfortable here before when I was playing the demo of this game, but I especially don't feel comfortable right now. Alright, let's keep going south. Alright, so this guy will grab me. Looks like it's relatively safe over this way. Let's kill the eyeball guy. We got another centipede. Let's go south. Okay. Let's keep going. Keep just carving through. Red world. Okay, so here's a wall. It's in a vending machine, it looks like. Let's buy it. I'll buy 3 of them. Let's keep going. Could use a gun turret. Maybe we'll find a gun turret. Or maybe not. Alright, so it seems like we're getting... Okay, watch out for this guy. I'm gonna promptly call those guys the World Eaters. Okay, so we drop down into some ancient machinery. And let's see. So is this going to open the hatch? Press E to press the suspicious button. Nothing to see here, right? Nothing weird, nothing suspicious about it. Okay, so this is where the demo ended. So upon pressing that button, you get swarmed, okay? Absolutely swarmed by a bunch of unsavory things. So what you want to do, ideally, is set yourself up down here with a very good defense and turrets. And then just wait it out, right? Just win the fight, wait it out, press this button, and boom, you're good. So why don't we go ahead and let's set up our defense. So these walls will attach to things. And you can attach them to one another as well. And that will give you the flexibility to build a barricade for yourself. Now the wall is not indestructible. And it looks like it's like malleable. Can be moved and stuff. But this of course would be like a nice framework for like a ship. If you wanted to take some structure and build some infrastructure around it, right? So that's pretty cool. Let's just keep building this out. I want to make sure I don't get stuck though. Because I know that happens as well sometimes. So let's go ahead and press this button, finish off our little defense with our walls. Literally wall myself in here. We'll throw in some turrets. So you can actually, so we can combine our flame turrets on the wall. That'll give us a nice little pulsing, right? So we'll do that. Let's see, what else do we have? We can go flame turret here. How about double flame turret? It's going to... but hurts itself in the process, decimates nearby enemies. Okay, okay, so here we go. Got a bunch of these guys. And this, my friends, is why you want a lot of turrets. That is for sure. So let's go with attack drones. Attack drones, absolutely. And flamethrower. Looks like our western wall fell, and the enemy is sort of focused on what's happening down below the base. I think that does help us out. So let's keep going from side to side, strafing. I'm not sure what combining 2 walls does. Looks like we found a new recipe. So what does it do? Is that giving me like energy regen maybe? Seems like maybe it is. Or like maybe I'm levitating. Okay, so now we got some more creepies coming in. Alright, let's focus fire on the west. Okay, so we're being swarmed. Oh my goodness, man. Is this gonna hold out? Is this gonna be enough? We have some pretty unadvanced turrets, right? Like just basic turrets. Is it gonna be enough? That's the question, man. Okay, so part of the wall falls. It got chewed up. We got these big boys coming in now. Okay, so I can't throw mines out of it. Let's go with attack drones. Let's go with attack drones and then let's just keep trying to just hold out, I suppose. Yeah, this thing, like, it appears to be... Okay, okay. We got big boy coming in. We're exposed. We're exposed. He took with him a lot of our wall, this big chunk of wall. So I've got to stay like back here. He's coming down again. Oh boy, we're completely exposed. I've got to stay up and try to take him out, man. Alright, so down he goes. Excellent. I took a hit. We got bomber unlocked. I don't know what that is. Okay, here comes another one. I took a hit, though. Here comes another one. I'm out of energy. Get out of here, you creep. And that's how that ends. That is how that ends. I was waiting for the little bat boss guy to come back down so I could hit him with some of these pop rocks. But yeah, I think ultimately what we needed is more turret support. Unfortunately, during the night raid, I think it was the second or third night raid, probably the third, or the last night raid that we had, I had to use too many turrets, right? So I think there is a strategy to get down to that level as quickly as you can with as many turrets as you can before you have to expend too many turrets during the night, saving yourself while you're exploring, finding ore, getting weapons, things of the like. There's definitely a balance that can happen with it, and it looks like if we were able to beat that part, we'd get to the 2,000 depth mark, for sure. So that's another thing. I mean, definitely a goal. Absolutely. As far as the bomber that we just unlocked, is this like a starting kit? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So what is the bomber exactly? Let's see if we can explore a little bit. Okay, so this is... Okay, so right-click bomber or popper. Okay, so you can augment your little... Okay, interesting. So that will destroy terrain, right? Because that's normally how you mine. Okay, cool. Either that or the popper, right? We also have the repulse or the grappler. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I do like that your primary weapon is modifiable. There's turret alchemy down here, so if you go down here, it's your recipes. You can also check it out in your alchemy log. It'll tell you what mixes with what and what it makes. Right, so wall, bulb turret makes a propeller. Wall makes this. Provides energy to nearby units and structures. Okay, so that was restoring energy. Interesting. You got wall gun turret to make a drone spawner. Wall flame to make what we... It's pretty much our main mode of defense there. Good stuff. Good stuff for sure. I think this demo, well, from the demo to the early access, we've come a super long way, and I'd be super compelled to try out this one right here, where you start with the thrusters, the walls, the gun turrets, increase turret damage, and build like a ship, right? Absolutely. In fact, check the trailer on Steam for this game, if you like what you saw here today, because it kind of goes through some of the ship building, which is super compelling. I think our goal for the next video, if you want to see some more CleanFall here on the channel, my friends, it's to try out the shipbuilding and get to 2,000 depth with as many turrets as possible. I think we almost got there, but man, once that big guy starts coming down, he really takes your defensive structure with him in a hurry, doesn't he? But either way, this is CleanFall. This game is super unique. It's super fun. The world is wondrous and mysterious and also quite dangerous. I think I've got a lot to learn as far as some of the new items and what they do and how to properly use them. And of course, you know, what's beyond, what goes deeper. It seems like we've only reached about a third of the entire map, maybe even less. So it seems like a lot has been added, and I'm really excited to check it out. And if you are too, of course, let me know in the comment section below. You can also let me know by way of the like button, right? Smash the like button if you're liking the CleanFall. And we will, of course, continue to keep playing it here. I think we'll have a lot better luck in the next run. In fact, it has been a while since I played CleanFall, so you know, it's good to be back. And yeah, I think history shows that we tend to get better the more games that we play. So with that said, my friends, I'm going to get on out of here, but get the game for yourself if you like what you saw. It does release to early access on the 8th on Steam, so check it out. A huge shout out to Human Yo-Yo Studios. Much love and respect for you, my friend. Really love what you're doing with CleanFall. Really great job. Like, this game's just so good. I really love what you added, and I think you're doing a great job with the game. So keep up the good work, and thanks to you as well, the viewer. I do appreciate ya. Of course, this channel is absolutely nothing without you, so, you know, smash the like button and become a subscriber to show your support. You can also become a member as well. So with that said, my friends, I'm going to get on out of here. and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.